Hi everyone, my name is Kelly Yang and welcome to KYP. Whenever I go back to the US, I don't go to Las Vegas or New York. I go to a tiny town you've probably never heard of called Orinda, California. It's the kind of town that time forgot. Warm and cozy with none of the pretentiousness of a big city. Everyone in Orinda is super nice. Neighbors bake apple pies for each other. This is so good. You've got to try this. So imagine my surprise when I found out that the quaint town of Orinda, California recently spent thousands of dollars hiring a private detective to spy on a 7-year-old girl. Her alleged crime? Going to school. Seven-year-old Vivian was attending 2nd grade in a wonderful little elementary school in Orinda, California, when her school district decided to start investigating her. What they found was this: Vivian and her mother Maria did not own a house in Orinda. They did not rent one either. So where did they live? They lived in another family's home where Vivian's mother worked as a live-in nanny. On the weekdays, Vivian stays with her mom at her mom's employer's house in Orinda. On the weekends, she goes back to her grandmother's house in Bay Point, California. When it comes to schools, there's a big difference between Orinda and Bay Point. Orinda has some of the best public schools in California, consistently ranked 10 out of 10 according to greatschools.org. Bay Point schools, on the other hand, only rank 3 out of 10. Both are public schools and both are free. Wait, but if they're both public schools and they're both free, why are they so different? Well, because it's not free, not entirely anyway. You see, in the United States, kids get assigned schools automatically based on where they live. And if you happen to live in a very nice town like Orinda, chances are your school is going to be very good. That's because public schools in the US get a lot of their funding from property taxes. A property tax is a tax that's calculated based on the value of your house and given to the state each year. In Orinda, the average home price is about $1.4 million US. That's 4 times higher than the average home price in Bay Point of about $350,000 US. It's little wonder that Orinda's schools are so much better. They simply have a lot more money. So much money, in fact, that they hired an expensive private investigator to spy on little Vivian and her mother. When they found out that little Vivian actually lived in her mother's employer's house and not her own house, the district debated whether that constituted residency fraud. Residency fraud is a serious offense under the law. In 2014, a couple in New Jersey were fined $11,000 for stealing a better education for their daughter. Stealing a better education? You mean like, somebody stop that kid, he stole knowledge! That's right, residency fraud is when you get caught falsifying where you live in order to gain access to a better school district. In Vivian's case, the school district ultimately decided to let her stay, a decision many Orinda residents call a victory. Yay! Still, there are some who say that Vivian and her mother gamed the system, not only them, but the employers too. As one resident says, quote, "The employer offered the access to a better education for an employee's child as an employment benefit. That benefit was not the employer's to bestow," end quote. It's a fair point. Little Vivian's education costs money. Somebody has to pay for it, and it's not the employer. It's not like they're paying double property tax. So effectively, the cost of Vivian's education gets passed on to the entire community, but the benefit goes to 3 people: Vivian, her mother, and her mother's employer. Interestingly enough, when it comes to location shopping, it's not just individuals who are taking advantage. Companies take advantage too. The world's most profitable company, Apple, designs iPhones in California. That's where its massive, sprawling headquarters are. Yet Apple collects and invests the company's profits through a tiny office in Reno, Nevada. Why? Because California's corporate tax rate is 8.84% and Nevada's is 0. According to the New York Times, thanks to Apple's tiny office in Reno, Apple has avoided paying millions of dollars in taxes, maybe even billions. Those cheapskates! What do you think? Should individuals and companies be able to take advantage of certain locations' rules and perks without fully operating there or living there? Is that fraud or is that simply smart business? In what way is Vivian's case similar to Apple's, or are the two completely different? Send us your thoughts and comments. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos. Until next time, I'm Kelly Yang, and thanks for watching KYP. Hey guys, respond to us with a video of your own. Paste the URL in the comments below. If we like your video, we'll put it up on our channel.